All right, let's get started.
Wait, hold on before we start.
Are you at the airport?
No, I'm just following CDC guidelines.
Bro, you're in Florida. You don't have to.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Nobody here in Florida gives a fuck.
Yeah, bro. Like, you're in a free world out there.
It does feel pretty free and liberating compared to LA and California in general. It's like a whole new world, like Aladdin said.
Yeah. The governor's not enforcing anything, is he?
No, he's going complete opposite of that direction. He's giving the people the choice. Like, hey, if you want to have a mask on, have it on. If you don't want to have a mask on, don't put on a mask. We recommend you having a mask because that's what the CDC tells us, but you got a choice, which
Right.
is beautiful. That's how it should be.
I think so too. But do you think the federal government thinks like that?
No, definitely not.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if something happened to Florida, man.
No, yeah, something's going to happen to Florida as far as when it comes to the federal level. I definitely think that funding is going to be cut by a lot for Florida in whatever scenarios, whether it's for highways or for infrastructure, well, same shit. Anything. I just think funding is definitely going to be cut from the federal government to Florida.
So, what do you think is going to happen if that does happen?
I don't know. That's just going to put a lot of pressure on the governor of Florida, DeSantis, and who knows? Maybe he's going to have to cave in because at the end of the day, like he has his firm beliefs, but he's not going to want to see his people suffer. I mean, that's what I think.
Right.
Because I mean, at that point, you're literally making people suffer because that's I don't know, man. That's very socialist slash communist way of thinking. If you're going to force a state to do something, if they don't comply with your rules and regulations, I mean, also that could be very biased to me because I feel a certain type of way about all this. And there are other things, like, for example, the legal drinking age in the United States is actually 18 years old. The reason that they have it at 21 is because if you don't comply with what the government is saying, the federal government, that it's 21, they cut down your budget for roads and infrastructure and things like that. So each state makes it 21 years old to comply with the government so that they can get their funding.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, the actual legal age is 18?
Yeah.
Where does it say that?
I looked it up. This was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but is it
I was,
like, where is it? Like in the rule book or constitution? Where the fuck is this?
oh, that I have no idea. That was a minute ago, but that's exactly what I read. That the reason that it's actually 21 is because that's what the government enforces, but it's technically 18, which makes sense because around the world it's 18.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other country. Maybe there is like one or two other countries that have the legal drinking age of 21 besides the United States.
It doesn't make sense why it's 21 cuz like you're an adult, like, or at least you get treated like an adult as soon as you're 18 out here.
Yeah.
Like if you fuck up in any way, you're going to jail like the rest of the fucking society.
Right. I remember when I was in the military and I was like, oh, cool. So we could be in the military and I'm legally allowed to kill a terrorist, but I can't have a beer legally. That makes no sense.
A lot of things makes no sense in this country.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just this country, man. It's a lot of countries.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
I
just saying
mean,
this country because I live in it and it's the only thing that I observe, really.
no, yeah, I feel you. We have a good life compared to other countries. We have more rights, which at that point also gives us more freedom as far as or more access to knowledge and to these things like YouTube and stuff like that, where you can learn about different things that you wouldn't necessarily learn in China, for example, or
North
Cuba.
Korea.
No, yeah, North Korea is like a crazy country to live in. You ever watch those North Korea documentaries
Yeah.
about how it's like living there? It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of
I
glad I live
remember,
out here, honestly. Even though
yeah,
certain things suck, I'm glad to be living out here.
yeah, because there's no perfect country. I'm sure that there are countries that policy-wise probably feel better than the United States, maybe like Amsterdam or New Zealand. But I mean, there's pros and cons about every country. I forgot what country. I don't know if it's one of those two countries that I just mentioned, New Zealand or Amsterdam, where you can actually you can't kick a person out of your property. Like if somebody just decides to go and stay there, you can't kick them out.
Wow.
I was watching a Vice documentary on that. I forgot what country it was.
So
But you
what's
have
the
to go
point of
through like,
having property if you can't even control it?
well, yeah, that's kind of the big thing with the country. It's like, wait, what the fuck? And they had, certain cases where homeless people or hitchhikers just stay at a property and you can't really do anything about it.
Right. What's up with the moratorium? The eviction moratorium. Didn't it end in July 31st
In the United States or in LA?
in the US?
I have no idea, honestly. Thank God I am nowhere near that problem. So
Right, but
I
I
have
think
no
there's
idea.
like 15 million people that are like about to get evicted. And
Oh,
I don't
damn.
think I don't think Congress can like extend that anymore.
I recently saw this viral video of this guy that sold his house to a couple right before the pandemic started. And once the pandemic hit, that law came into effect where you can't evict people. He literally just locked himself up in that house and the laws can't do anything about it. And it's in California.
So he got the
And they're,
money plus he got the house?
yeah.
Oh my god.
And the couple's been knocking on the door. They came with cops and the cops were like, can't do anything about it. Sorry.
Holy shit.
And they've been paying the rent or the mortgage for the last over a year.
Oh my god, that's fucked.
Right? I'm like, bro, like,
See, I
I
feel
mean,
like
you can't even stop paying because you're going to fuck yourself up if you stop paying.
right. See, I feel like once all these people start getting evicted, a lot of these landlords are going to sell their houses because they don't want to deal with this shit anymore. Because who knows if there's going to be another lockdown, that's going to
Yeah,
protect the renters. So I feel like that's actually going to affect the housing market like a lot.
for sure. The government will start buying up properties and things like that.
Yeah, I think everything is going to be government owned. It's going to be hard
That'd
for
be
like an
terrible.
individual to actually own property.
That brings us closer and closer to communism.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I pray that everything's going to be great, but seeing countries like Australia going back into lockdown and this virus is spreading quick, I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I recently saw, today actually, I saw a post that our friend Blame It on Quay, he posted something on Instagram
Oh, I
that
saw
was
that.
talking about, you saw that where we could possibly have a new variant in the next couple of months where it's going to kill 1 in every 3 individuals.
Right. Shit, these viruses got release dates now, bro. These motherfuckers saying like, oh, there's gonna be a new one coming out in December. That's gonna be a killer right there.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to think anymore.
I don't know what to believe in, honestly. Like this whole era of life has confused the living shit out of me, bro. I don't know what or who to believe in anymore. Like I don't
Right.
understand. Like I don't understand what the fuck is really going on.
Because let's be fair, in the beginning of this pandemic, we definitely were more aligned with the government and we believed them. I'm talking about me and you individually. We definitely believed a lot more in the government when it first came out because we didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, I was
So
wearing
we
like
kinda-
N95 masks and shit. Like I was like, oh
Right.
fuck, some shit's about to go down.
Right. And then little by little, more information was released and more things started coming out. And that's the thing, like people forget that just a few months ago, just a year ago, they were telling us something completely different. And then now when new shit rolls out, they still choose to believe it off the back. And I don't know, we're a little bit more hesitant with it because we're like, all right, if they said they had misinformation in the beginning, what makes you think that they have legit information now, you know?
Exactly.
But whatever, man. I'm fucking sick and tired of talking about this goddamn virus. So I got a question for you, Marty.
What up?
When are you getting No, I'm just kidding. No. Do you think you're gonna be a millionaire in your lifetime?
Yeah, I have to, bro, or else my life has no purpose.
Really? That's fucking crazy.
No. I do believe that. Yeah, it's been a goal of mine since I was like 18.
Yeah.
Before that, I didn't really have that goal. Like before actually leaving my 9 to 5 to like pursue this content creation full time. You know,
Right.
before I was all right with just like being a manager or supervisor somewhere and just like kind of living my life, having a family or whatever, you know. But then like a friend of ours, Cliff, like he opened my fucking eyes to like this whole new world that I was like, holy shit, is this really possible? And then he showed me it was possible, and I was like, oh my god, I can never think like I used to think ever again.
Yeah.
And that just like made me wanna pursue like, you know, this shit and be able to be financially independent and financially free. And I didn't have
Yeah.
that mindset before.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, also just to mention that in what we do, money can fly out the window so quickly because in content creation, sure, you can keep it cheap, but if you want to do something extravagant, bro, you could spend tens of thousands, if not like hundreds of thousands of dollars very easily.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just flying out and like getting a place to stay is already thousands of dollars, you know?
Yeah.
And then plus like the activities, the food, that shit adds up, bro.
The equipment, whatever you're going to end up doing, whether like look at Mr. Beast, for example, he gets a lot of sponsors for his videos, but if he didn't, and I mean, even if he gets sponsors, I'm sure he still spends a lot of money on it, whether it's getting a lot of props or buying people cars or just doing challenges where it's like, oh, you got to break through 10,000 cardboards. You got to buy all those cardboard boxes. It's a lot of money. 10,000 cardboards,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah.
That firework one that he did too, I was like, bro, you must have spent a lot of money on that firework.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, like if I was, cause like my goal right now is to grow a YouTube channel enough so I can like not have to worry about shit else and just be able to like travel around. And that's literally my goal, is to be able to pay for these expenses, you know, like fly first class if I really want to, you know, get a nice ass
Yeah.
Airbnb and just like, bro, even like fly friends out, you know, to like do something, to like do a certain
Right.
activity. I think that would be so fucking cool. Like rent a fucking cabin in Colorado and just all of us go snowboarding and like film that
Yeah.
whole shit, create a epic ass vlog.
Yeah.
Like that to me right there is fucking living, bro. Like that's
agree,
what I
man.
want to do.
And it's like having money is cool, but being able to use your money to help your friends and like share that experience with your friends
yeah.
is so much better, bro.
Because I mean, even the content is gonna be so much better, you know,
Yeah.
just by having friends
Yeah.
around. Because you're more likely to, you know, to catch your friend doing something or saying something funny, and like if it wasn't for your friend being there, that wouldn't have happened. No matter if you do
Yeah.
have a cabin and all that shit or all the shit that you want, like the material stuff.
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, one day I would love to like even like have like a studio where like a bunch of creative individuals can like work from and be able to, you know, just put out content like left and right, bro. Have a bunch of editors, have like a bunch of creative writers and producers, and just like get shit done. And like
I mean,
with the
yeah.
earnings from those from like content, that can pay for those people's work, you know?
Right. I mean, yeah, the editing portion of it is already super time consuming and it's expensive too if you're paying somebody.
Yeah.
But if you can get that taken care of, you have so much more time to do what you need to do to move to create more content, you know?
Yeah. You'll be able to scale.
Yeah.
You'll be able to do like cuz right now I really want to do like I want to post 3 times a week like on YouTube. But I have to like really really be dedicated and like fully focused for that, you know? And I feel
Right.
like if I had editors and like helpers, it would be much easier for me to do that. I could probably do it
Fuck
every
yeah.
single day.
Even like writers too. That's such an important thing. Like have people sit down with you and just think of concepts. You think of like 20 concepts, you're like, cool.
Yeah.
I'm good for the next 2 weeks, you know?
Yeah, or producers like getting like locations, getting things booked, like stuff like that would be like such a like a because it's time consuming doing all that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that's the goal, and I feel like one day if I continue with this shit, I could definitely reach millionaire status. It
Yeah.
sucks that I'm not a millionaire right now, bro, because I've been doing this shit for like 10 years now and still haven't gotten to that level. But
Hey
we
man,
can't really control the fucking outcome, you know?
everybody has their own time. Like, and it's funny because anybody that you really talk to that's been doing it and they're making a lot of money, it's always like no growth, explode,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So you already got the content. You have a bunch of content that you already created. So the good thing is if your channel starts exploding right now, people are going to have a lot of things that they can go back to and watch.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's the key right there too. Because like just having one video go viral, like and having nothing else on your channel isn't gonna do shit.
Yep.
But if you do have a bunch of content that is similar to what went viral, then I think it can really make a difference. Like
Yeah.
people can be hooked right after that, because they
Yeah.
watched the rest of your shit.
100%.
Do you think you're gonna be a millionaire in your lifetime?
Undoubtedly. Like in the next few years, like I would say in the next 3 years, if that.
How so? What's gonna be your number one income?
Content creation, my own content.
So AdSense, you're saying?
See that
Ad
that that's the
revenue?
one thing I'm a little bit iffy about. Like AdSense is awesome, and sure, I would love to be getting a lot of money from AdSense, but I don't want to be a slave to ads, because you know me, like my content is very edgy, and I could create some shit where people just see it as offensive and they're like, oh, cancel that guy. So I don't want to rely on ads per se, especially because lately a lot of my videos, especially on Facebook, have been getting demonetized
Really?
because of the sensitivity of the content. So it's like I'd rather create that fan base and then bring them over into things like
Patreon?
Patreon. Exactly.
Yeah. So like paid
So
content.
exactly, paid content. And even because I love creating comedy, but at the same time, I love teaching because when I teach, I get better. So I for sure am going to start releasing more content that's me teaching about filmmaking and teaching, oh, how did I get this? Or how did I get that shot? How did I create this look? Or what inspired me to write this type of video and how I put my ideas together and what are some of the hidden keys of comedy and how to time everything correctly, because we've been doing comedy for a while. So, I mean, we might not be big like that, but regardless, we know what we're doing because a lot of people, especially people in the industry, people that are way bigger than us, they watch our stuff and they're like, damn, that shit's clean. Like, how did you get that? Or, wow, that's funny. Like, what made you get to that point right there,
So why don't you start doing that now?
I am on
Like
my
you're
YouTube
recording
channel.
the process?
I'm not recording the process. I'm just gonna basically grab the video that I already have and break it down and
Oh,
then
I
kind of
see.
show like the things that I use. I'll make like a little diagram of like I placed the light here, and a light here, things like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, with time, I'm only going to get better at it because, I mean, for sure, ideally, I would want to be able to record behind the scenes and kind of show the whole process. But you know how it is, bro. We have so many fucking hats when it comes to our own content creation that when I'm creating a skit, I'm producer, director, actor, editor, DP, and the gaffer, the key grip, everything. So it's like you got so many things to think about that the last thing in your mind is like BTS, you know?
Right. But I feel like
Which
it's
I mean,
important for a person to know all that before even becoming a director. Because a lot of people just want to, be in a director's chair without actually knowing the amount of work or how it is to get something done.
right.
You know, like I think it's important for you to know how to do the job before you can ask someone else to.
Yeah, I think the best directors have basic knowledge of every department that they work in. That's why I did a little bit of animation. I absolutely suck at it, but now I know how fucking hard that shit is.
Wait, you did
You know?
animation?
Yeah, I took a CGI course in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hard as hell. One of the hardest classes I've ever taken, like when it comes to computers.
What software did you use? Maya?
Um, yes, Maya.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
they had that shit in my high school. It was like a magnet program.
Super dope, bro. I absolutely loved it. But to create something from scratch and to then animate it, oh my goodness. One thing that did help me though, like for our final projects, is that we had to kind of create like a 30-second little short of our scene. So I already knew where I wanted to place my lighting. I knew where I wanted to place my camera, the focal length, the f-stops and all that stuff. So that helped me. But I didn't really have any knowledge of what any animation really was.
Right. Yeah,
So,
that's gotta be hard.
oh yeah.
Like that's why I appreciate like cartoons so much, or even like Pixar movies. Like I fucking love Pixar movies.
Yeah,
I
me too.
appreciate them so much, especially like with the details, bro. And like if you watch like older like animated movies, like the first Shrek, you're gonna notice like how much better things are nowadays.
Right.
Cause like you don't remember the actual details, but if you watch it nowadays, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like this doesn't look as
Yeah.
good as I imagined.
Yeah. It's crazy because it's kind of that same feeling when you go back and you watch like
Older movies.
high definition footage of even like sports, like when sports were high definition
Hmm.
back in the days, like for example when the Miami Heat won in 2006, when you watch those highlights you're like, what the fuck? Compared to highlights nowadays, you're like, this looks like it was 40 years ago.
Yeah, bro, the fucking technology nowadays is getting ridiculous, bro. I still can't believe that we have like mirrorless cameras that can shoot in 8K. Like
Yeah.
that is
And
so mind blowing. If you said that shit back in 2010, that would have been like unheard of.
yeah, and it's only gonna get better. That's the thing. So like we're looking at it now like it's super amazing, and then 10 years from now we're gonna look back and we're like, what the fuck? Like we thought this shit was good, you
Yeah,
know?
I really wonder what's gonna be like in 10 years from now. Like, what fucking type of image are we gonna be producing, bro? Like,
I remember I saw a meme that was talking about iPhones. It was like iPhone 5, no headphone jack. iPhone 7, no home button. iPhone 10, no I don't know, no something else. And then it was like iPhone 30, no phone. I was like, yeah,
that's
it'll
literally
get to
what
that.
it's gonna be for sure. I think it's just gonna disappear. It's gonna be like something that can be displayed like through a fucking eye contact or something.
Yeah, they're gonna put chips inside of you.
Maybe. I mean, Elon Musk is already talking about it.
Is he? I haven't heard that.
Yeah, he was on Joe Rogan talking about like implanting chip inside his brain
Oh
and shit.
yeah. Yeah, I did hear that.
So I mean, it could easily happen. Even like eye contacts, bro. Like you could like see shit in the real world, you know? Like you can already do it with your phone, like by pointing shit around, like and you'll actually see a
Right.
chair right there, or like a dragon, you know? You could already see that with your
Don't they have
phone.
like the Google glasses too? That's kind of like that.
Yeah, but that didn't really take off. Like that was
Right.
it was kind of whack. I think what's gonna be cool is the eye contacts. People are gonna put that shit
Yeah, I
on
agree.
and like check text messages while having a conversation with the person. People are gonna be watching movies like just staring at nothing, bro.
I'm gonna be looking right at you, think I'm actually paying attention to you. I'm gonna be in a whole new fucking world watching YouTube or
Yeah,
Pornhub.
exactly. Have you seen the Black Mirror episode where they put like I don't know if it was like something on their neck or their forehead or something. I forgot what it is. But they activate that shit and then all they do is like stay like this and their eyes go like white. So they're like just in a whole different world.
I feel like I have watched that. I've watched so many Black Mirror episodes, I kind of forget a lot of them. Like there was one that they were inside like a cubicle, right? And they just consume content. That was their job, is to consume content. And then they rode on a bike to consume more content.
Right. It's crazy
Those are
like
crazy.
how certain episodes could become a reality. Cuz like even the episode where like they're like they had a rating like out of 5 and then like if you did something your rating would either go up or go down.
Yeah.
Bro, in a way it's kind of like that already with like Instagram followings and like
Yeah.
whatever you do online, you know, like the
Yeah.
more followers you have, the more likes you receive, the cooler you are in the real world, you know.
And I mean, employers look at that shit, bro. Like we don't really have to worry about that because we don't necessarily have employers, but employers look at that stuff. If you're
Yeah.
applying to work at Disney or Google or whatever the fuck,
Oh,
they're gonna
yeah.
look into your socials and see what the hell's going on. They're
Well-
gonna see if your mindset aligns with their mindset.
Well, they're gonna do a lot more than just look at your social. They're gonna do a whole fucking
Well, for
background
sure.
check on you.
For sure. Damn, your boy's getting dark out here. I already pumped my ISO to 800. Should I turn on the light in this room? I feel like I'm gonna have backlighting and not front lighting. Oh, that's not it.
Maybe just keep boosting the ISO.
Yeah, even to like, what if it gets super grainy? Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Because I think if you turn on the lights, it's gonna be different colors. It's not gonna look good.
Yeah. All right, 1600, baby. Let me ask you another question. What's a bad habit that you think you'll never get rid of?
Oof. Damn. Damn. That's a good one. Maybe drinking. I tend to
It's
bite
funny
my
'cause-
nails too, like sometimes when I'm watching stuff, and that shit sucks. I've been trying to stop for years now. And like
Really?
it's so hard for me because like I'm not an anxious person, but like sometimes when
That's
I'm
a
like
form of anxiety.
it is. I found that out. Like sometimes when I'm watching stuff, like I'm so like into the thing that I don't even realize I'm doing it, you know? And like
Right.
it's a horrible habit, but it's something that I don't know if I can ever get rid of. Or
Yeah.
like drinking sometimes, like even casually, bro. Like it's just a thing that I do, you know?
It's funny because when I thought of this question, I was like, Marty's probably going to answer drinking.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I did stop for a year and a half. I have the power to.
That is true. You did stop. Now that I remember, you stopped
Right.
for a little minute.
Yeah. I mean, I have the power to do it because I stopped biting my nails too for like a long period of time. But then, like, sometimes it just happens. It's just, I have the power to do it.
Right.
It's just habits, man. You just like naturally get into that, you know?
Yeah.
Do you have a bad habit other than eating chocolate?
Well, I was going to say that's probably my bad habit right there is like eating sugar. Is like that's one of the bad habits that I don't know if I'll ever drop. And it sucks because when I get like my blood work and stuff like that, the doctors are always like, "Wow, you're super healthy. Like
Really?
you don't have any signs of like no diabetes or anything like that." And I'm like, fuck, don't tell me that. That's just like gonna make me want to eat more sugar. Like, oh, fuck it.
Bro, I think it's such a Brazilian thing to eat something sweet after you eat a meal, though.
I hate that, bro. I literally always
Like,
have
we're
today.
trained since, like, birth to eat
Yes.
something sweet after eating a meal.
Bro, sometimes I'd rather not even eat that much so I could save room to eat more dessert.
That's so unhealthy.
It's so unhealthy, man. It sucks.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, to me, like, I don't have a problem, like, not eating sugar. Like, having dessert, like, is not a big deal for me. And it's
Nah,
been
for
like
me,
that
it
for a
definitely
minute.
is. It's like, I don't know, bro. I only went like 2 months without eating sugar, but I overdid it. I literally had no sugar, none, not even on juices. I didn't drink alcohol. I didn't even have that much carbs because carbs turns into sugar in our body.
Right. See,
And this,
but that's part of your personality, though. It's either you're all in or like not at all. You
yeah,
have
and
like no balance.
no, with that type of stuff, it's very hard for me to balance. And when I did that, it kind of fucked me up because I remember I did it to go to the Air Force. And for months after, like 6, 7 months, I would be shaking like this, like nonstop.
So you're having withdrawals from not eating sugar?
I think my blood sugar was too low at that point.
Right. Because, like,
Because,
even me, like, I kind of stopped eating sugar, like, as far as chocolate, candy, stuff like that. But I still eat bread, which turns into
right,
sugar, but it's more moderate than,
exactly.
like, me intaking, sweets.
Right. But there's that still has sugar in it too.
Right. But it's better than eating both, in my opinion.
100%.
So,
100%.
like, yeah, like, I can't really avoid it 100%, but I could avoid, like, chocolate and candy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Donuts. Oh my god, I love donuts.
Really, I'm not that big of a donut fan. Like
Especially like just glazed. None of the special
yeah.
ones.
I think that's the best type of donut though. It's just a plain old glazed donut.
Yeah. From
Like when
Krispy
it's
Kreme.
fresh. Yeah, when it's fresh like that, like I'll enjoy a donut when it's nice, warm, and fresh. But when people go to like Dunkin' Donuts and they just grab donuts, like I was on set last week and they had donuts basically every day, and I didn't have one donut. I was just like, that just doesn't seem appetizing to me.
Yeah. What I can't
No.
like deny either is brigadeiro. I have like such a thing for brigadeiro, bro.
Really?
Fuck. It's my favorite dessert of all time.
You know what I realized the other day? I didn't know this, but my friend from Brazil, for those of you guys that don't know, brigadeiro is this Brazilian dessert that's made from condensed milk. And it's like cooked up condensed milk with chocolate, and it has like chocolate sprinkles on it. So I didn't realize that when you say brigadeiro, it's one specific type of those sweets. It's just a chocolate one.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought they were all called brigadeiro. Like, because there's like a whole bunch of different types, but they're not called brigadeiro. They're called other thing, like beijinho, which is the white one with like sometimes they
Coconut.
put coconut.
Yeah.
Fire. What's that peanut one? You know what I'm talking
I don't
about?
care about any of those other fucking sweets. I just care about brigadeiro.
Really?
Hell yeah. When I'm at a birthday party, I only go for the brigadeiros. I don't go for anything else.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
Damn.
I can care less
Cajuzinho. That's the name of it. The peanut one. That's my favorite one. The cajuzinho.
Is that with the cashews on top?
Yeah, that shit is
bro.
fire.
Sometimes I eat that cashews and I just want to throw up.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I'm not
See,
a big fan of that.
we would definitely get along at a Brazilian birthday party like that. You could have all my brigadeiros and I'll have all your cajuzinhos.
So you don't like brigadeiro?
No, I do, but like I would easily give up all my brigadeiros for a couple of
Oh
cajuzinhos.
hell no! I don't think you know what you're talking about, bro.
Bro, I had my friend made us some brigadeiro the other day.
Oh god, bro. Like
I
my girlfriend used to cook like a whole like in L.A. Not here anymore, but in L.A. she would cook like a whole pan, and she would only take like literally like a third of it. And I'll eat the rest, bro. Like no problem. I would not have a stomach ache or anything. I would just intake that shit like it was nothing, bro. That shit
your
was
body's
so
used to
good.
that shit
Fuck
over the
yeah.
years. Just built an immunity to it. Your stomach don't feel nothing.
Yep. Oh, another thing that I'm like highly addicted to as well. If I have it at home, I'm going to eat everything. Is paçoquinha.
Really?
Yeah, I'm in love with paçoca. Probably the like almost the same amount as brigadeiro. Probably more.
Like
I don't know.
I like it, but it's not like those are things that I'm like, eh. I don't know.
Can you explain what paçoca is for the people that don't know?
Paçoca is basically grinded up peanuts with sugar,
Right.
and they make it like this little how do you say farofa out of it?
Like flour? Is it? No, it's not flour. It's like grain.
It's like a thick it's like a thick flour slash grain, but it's obviously doesn't taste anything like
It's
flour.
like
It
it's like
tastes really
it
good.
dissolves in your mouth, and
Yeah, it's pretty damn good, but
oh
I
man,
don't
it's so
know.
good.
It's just I really just like chocolate, like nice creamy milk chocolate with nuts inside.
See,
Not
like
even
I'm
nuts,
not a
like
big
cashews.
fan of that. Like I think milk chocolate gets like so how do you say enjoativo? Like how do you say enjoativo in English?
Damn, look at us speaking all this Portuguese and
I
not
know,
knowing how to
right?
fucking
Fuck.
translate. When you just get tired, you overeat something, you just get tired
Yeah,
of
like it just
there's a
like bro,
word I just forgot.
if I eat too much milk chocolate, like I'm gonna feel like a little nauseous.
Well, I mean, if it's just milk chocolate, I agree with you. Now, if it's milk chocolate with cashews or hazelnuts or almonds, then I disagree with you because I feel like that little bit of saltiness from the nuts breaks that.
Mm. Yeah,
Because
I
I feel the
guess.
same way about brigadeiro. Like I could eat like a couple brigadeiro, then I'm already like, all right, this is too fucking much.
Right.
And I'm a
I
chocoholic.
guess, yeah. I guess, I mean, because brigadeiro is mostly chocolate, but I think what makes it taste different than just chocolate is the fact that there's condensed milk in there, and I love condensed
Right.
milk.
Condensed milk is crack.
Yeah. You ever put that shit on bread?
Fuck yeah.
That was
Oh my
like a
god.
poor person's like dessert.
That shit was so good though,
Yeah,
bro.
so good, bro.
Damn. I don't understand how Brazilians aren't fatter.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Like, why is America like the number one most fat country?
Is it because of all these high fructose corn syrup?
Maybe because over there is actually real sugar, not corn syrup.
Right, right.
Same with Mexico.
Exactly. It's funny because my mom's boyfriend was craving Coca-Cola today and he wanted the Mexican Coca-Cola specifically. He was like, yo, you got to get the Mexican one or else I don't want it. I went to like 4 markets to find the Mexican one. But I mean, it does taste better because Coke in Brazil definitely tastes different.
Shit, yeah, it does. I mean, same with Mexico.
Well,
It's like
yeah,
the
I think
same
anything
type of
besides
Coke.
the United States, honestly.
Yeah.
So check me out. When you're when you poop, the verb for poop is pooping, right?
The verb
Yeah, the verb for poop
or
is pooping. Like
yeah,
you're
like the action.
pooping. Yeah, exactly. That's the verb.
Hmm.
So when we have diarrhea, which is the liquid form of poop, because poop is solid, we don't say we're diarrheaing, right? We say we're pooping,
Yeah.
right? So when we fart, we say we're farting, but that's just the gas version of poop. And if solid, liquid, and gas are all the same thing, shouldn't we be calling farting pooping as well?
I think I think because it's not solid, it's not considered pooping.
Wait, but then what about diarrhea? Diarrhea is not solid. You don't
In a
say you're
way it is.
diarrheaing.
It's not just liquid. It's like a mixture of liquid
All right,
and
what about when you
solids.
just have liquid diarrhea? What are you gonna call it?
Have you ever had
You're
that?
not gonna.
I don't think I've had
Yeah, I have. You've never had that before?
No.
I definitely have.
that. Damn.
It's terrible.
Oh my god.
Feels like you're throwing up from your ass. It's absolutely terrible.
I don't know. That's a good question though. I don't understand. Damn, that must be crazy, huh?
You've never had that before, really?
I don't think so. It's always been like a mix. It hasn't been just liquid, no.
Oh, it's terrible. It's such
Same
a
with like
weird
throwing up. I
feeling.
never like threw up just liquid. It's always been like
Chunks?
chunks of solids in there, yeah.
What about when you like drink a shitload of alcohol and you don't have anything in your stomach but alcohol? Isn't it just liquid?
Well, if I get that fucked up, I have to eat something. So most likely I would eat something and then throw that up as well.
True.
So,
Yeah, it doesn't take me that much to throw up when I'm drinking alcohol.
no.
I mean, nowadays, I haven't thrown up in a long... Actually, I remember the exact last time that I threw up. And it was also the last time that I got really fucked up. It was on your going away game night that we had at my apartment in LA.
Did you get that fucked up?
Yeah, and I didn't even realize that I got that fucked up. I drank
I
a whole.
remember you like knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, the next day I woke up and I threw up.
Damn.
Yeah, it's terrible. And it was all off of one. I drank an entire bottle of wine to myself, but it wasn't like those sweet little wines that have no alcohol. I came to find out later that that wine that I drink is like 12% alcohol.
Wow.
I'm like, holy shit, that's
Damn,
actually pretty high for
wine
wine.
in a minute.
Really?
Yeah. I made like homemade martinis the other day. That was pretty dope. Like with the shaker and stuff.
True. I was about to say, you made the alcohol? Like you made.
No, like
what is
made the whole
martinis made
drink.
with? Tequila?
No, it's either gin or vodka mixed with the dry mouth, which is like another type of liquor, and then like some olive juice. I made it filthy, so I put even like some jalapeno juice in there.
You're a slut.
Yeah. And then like some actual olives inside the drinks.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was good.
Yeah, see, I've had the same bottle of whiskey in my room since my birthday. Was it last year or was it 2 years ago? I don't even remember. I think it was last year. It was actually, I've had the same bottle of wine in my room for the past 2 years. Now that I
Wine?
think, no,
Or whiskey?
no, whiskey. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. No, it's for the past year,
I could
and
never.
I still haven't really drank it.
If I have that shit in front of me, I will drink
It's funny because last time that you came over to LA, I had like a shitload of beers in my fridge from a game night that I had, and there's still a couple more in there, and they're literally just waiting for when you get there.
Get the fuck out.
I swear, I
Wait,
don't
do
drink
beers
any of that stuff.
expire?
I don't think so.
Oh my god, how can you not drink that, bro?
I buy shit and I just leave it in my fridge, honestly. Like I bought a 12 pack of the small little cans of ginger ale. I haven't drank one of them. But when people come over, I always ask them, "You want ginger ale?" And I just give them ginger ale.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm a great fucking host, man.
Nice. Oh yeah. I went to a derby the other day. You know what that is?
derby?
Yeah.
No, what's a derby? Is
like-
it like the cars?
Yeah. I never
Where
been
they
to
crash
one.
into each other?
Yeah, it was pretty lit.
Oh, that sounds dope.
Yeah, I didn't even know that they had that shit here, bro. But what was more interesting, it was at a fair. So, bro, like, I never really got to go out and see a bunch of people together out here. And this was like the first time. And there's so many interesting people, bro. Because I love people watching, you know? So I was just looking at the different types of character that would just like be at the fair and like, bro, there's so much fucking rednecks that I never thought existed out here, bro. It's so fucking hilarious. But
It's Delaware. I could picture that.
but the fair was in Maryland, so it was just like the state
true.
over. But yeah, it was really interesting to like look at just like the people that were there. And then like the derby, like that shit was fucking lit, bro. Like people just crashing into each other. Like it made me want to do that so bad. It was, bro, it looked so fucking fun. It's like playing bumper cars, but with real fucking cars, bro. And like the fucking engines are loud as fuck. These people are going ham with each other, bro, just trying to knock each other out. And whoever pretty much like stays the longest, like, you know, without being broken down is the person that wins.
So the car that is still running, the last car that's still running wins.
Yeah.
Damn. See, that would be a fun ass vlog to do. Like,
Fuck yeah.
I'm joining a derby team or what. It's not even teams, right? It's just individuals.
Yeah, it's just individual people. But like it made
Damn,
me
do
like
people-
if I was rich, bro, it made me want to like do that shit with a fucking Lambo or Ferrari or some shit.
Oh my god.
Because like all the cars there were like old pieces of shit, you know,
Yeah,
like people that just
yeah.
like want to like they don't give a fuck about what happens to the car. But like I would love to get like a fucking brand new car, like a fucking Lambo, bro, and just try to fucking win that derby, bro. I think that would be hilarious.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, can you put insurance on that bitch and the insurance pays for it at that point?
I don't know. Maybe not, because they would know that you've done it purposely. It's not an accident.
True.
You know?
True. But do people get hurt?
I don't think so because they're all like wearing helmets. They're obviously wearing seatbelts and stuff. But
Yeah, but what if somebody's going like 40 miles an hour and you like they just T-bone you or some shit like that?
it happens, and like some cars like end up in smokes and like flames, and there's like firefighters ready to like put that shit out, you know?
Bro.
And bro, like the cars get fucked, bro. Like you would just see, and I got pretty close too because I had my camera, so I was like acting like I was like the media or whatever. So I got like super close, and I was seeing like these cars just leaking, bro. Like the radiator, like everything was just like smashed. And like most of the time, what they're doing is going backwards to crash into someone because if they're crashing in front of the car, that could ruin the engine.
Of course.
So it was just interesting that people do that shit, and like people go wild just watching that shit. Like like some certain cars, like they knock another car so much that like it fucking goes over the fucking bearings and shit. It's so crazy that like how nasty people get and so entertaining at the same time.
Bro, weren't you scared being that close? Like, what if a piece of metal just flew over to you and hit you in the neck or some shit?
I mean, it could have happened, but I feel like I was far enough for that not to happen. Because there was like a barrier, like a concrete block, like keeping everything contained, plus like like a little fence or like a gate, like separating.
A little fence.
I was pretty much like the same area where like all the judges were, so I assume
True.
like if they're okay sitting here, then I'll be okay filming from here as well.
That's still pretty sketch, but I mean that's cool as fuck.
Yeah, it was dope. I had a turkey leg.
You
Bro,
were talking about that.
I haven't had that shit in so long. Like ever since I like was working at Busch Gardens, because I remember
Was it
they had
everything
that
you
shit
imagine?
there. Kinda. It was good at first, but then it got really old. Like it got tiring
Yeah,
because I couldn't finish
it's
that
big
whole
as
shit.
fuck.
It's huge, bro. A turkey
Damn.
leg is fucking humongous.
I mean, you got the mustache. All you need is a mullet now, and you could really fit in that fair.
Yeah, bro. I really wanted to dress up like a fucking cowboy, but I don't think I had all the accessories.
That would be funny. That would be a funny vlog.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just
And hold
thinking
the
of
accent
shit
the
to
entire
do, bro,
time.
just for the vlogs. I went to Washington, D.C. the other day, too, for the first time.
How was that?
It was cool. There was a lot, bro. Like, these buildings are fucking massive. I didn't know that they were so big. It reminds me of Vegas, but, like, in a more, like, obviously
Cleaner.
they're different. Yeah, and it is cleaner, too. Like, the city's super fucking spotless. But, like, the city itself, like, the buildings remind me of Vegas, of, like, how massive they are. But they're all, like,
Is there a downtown?
downtown Washington?
DC? Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I think where like all the buildings are, I think that's mostly the downtown area because there's like a
True.
bunch of bars and stuff.
True.
But yeah, I saw the White House, the Capitol. It's so funny like seeing that shit in person versus like seeing it in movies. It's like it feels
Right.
different. It doesn't feel like you're actually there, I don't know if you ever felt like that before, like when you went to a place in real life compared to like how you saw it on TV.
Yeah, for sure. Like LA. I definitely felt that way when I first went to LA.
Right.
And like Hollywood and stuff, I'm like,
Yeah, because they don't
This is
show you like
different.
homeless people and shit. Like
No,
they just show
hell no.
they just show the glamorous things.
exactly.
I mean, not that there was any like bad things about DC. Like it was just like I just didn't imagine. I don't know. For some reason, it just felt different. It didn't feel like I was actually there at the Capitol, at the White House.
Yeah.
It just felt like
Yeah.
I was in any other fucking place, like a fucking outside of a house or something. I don't know. Can't really explain
Right.
it, but it definitely felt different.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. There's like, it almost loses a little bit of that mystery because when you see a picture of something, you're like, damn, that looks fire. But then when you're there,
It wasn't that
I mean,
great.
depending. Yeah. I mean, unless, yeah, because I actually felt that way about a lot, even like touristy places like, was it St. Thomas that I went to? I think it was St. Thomas, where the airplane lands right by the beach and then
Oh,
it
right.
creates that massive like vortex.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw it online, I was like, that looks awesome. I mean, it was cool, but when you're there, you're like, yeah, okay. It's like a shitload of tourists. The beach is like a half a mile long. It's not even that big,
Oh, really?
you know.
Wow.
And
Bro,
that's another thing that I hate too is like going to places that you see online and you see like beautiful pictures, and then when you
yeah.
get there, there's like fucking tourists everywhere, and you're like, all right,
Right.
this is ruined.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, you see people take pictures and there's, like, no one there. Like, how the fuck?
Yeah,
Like, they must be photoshopping the fuck out of this. Because I
exactly.
remember my girlfriend, she follows, like, this one girl who, like, travels for a living. And, like, she, like, explained how she gets her photos. Sometimes she's, like, in a packed beach. But she'll literally sit there and, like, Photoshop each person out as if she's there by herself. It's so fucking
Jesus,
funny to watch, bro. But
it's
bro, Washington
dedication.
sucks driving. Like there's so many like one-way streets and like cops
Really,
everywhere. Every single fucking square foot inch or whatever the fuck. There's cops, bro.
it makes sense.
It's crazy. And like, bro, when I was about to leave out there, they closed all the highways. Like we couldn't leave Washington. We
Wait,
could not.
why?
I don't know. Biden must have been coming through or some shit, but they closed off every single highway to leave fucking Washington, bro. And we had to like keep trying to find new ways to get the fuck out of there. But I just felt like so trapped. Like I was a fucking mouse in a fucking maze, bro. Like it felt horrible. Like I was like, fuck this place. Like I felt like I had no control over my life. It was like that crazy. Like anywhere we go, it would just be blocked off by cops.
Did you guys get to go to a lot of museums?
We went to one, but there is a lot to like see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like museums, but I don't know if Washington has my type of museums. I like artistic museums. I feel like Washington just has like historic
Yeah,
museums.
it's more of like history stuff like mummies and fucking
Oh, that's
Egyptian
cool.
stuff and
I
like
like that.
yeah, and like skeletons. It's pretty dope to see.
I think we should cut it here because your boy's already pushing 8,000 ISO.
Oh
If
shit.
I push it anymore, my whole body's going to be a grain.
Yeah. All right, let's cut it here, Dan. Guys, thank you so much for watching the podcast or listening to this on Spotify or iTunes. Uh, I guess stay posted for next week. Make sure you follow us on the gram as well.
Love you guys. Like and subscribe.
All right, y'all. See y'all next week. Peace out.
Deuces.